So, WrestleMania 42 is coming up, and honestly, it's one of the worst promoted WrestleManias in recent history. The cards look pretty weak, the matches don't look particularly exciting, but I'm going to get into it. I'm going to give my predictions on each match, even these women's matches that I don't really give a toss about. I'll make a prediction, but I can't give you in depth about the storylines. Honestly, I can't give you in depth breakdowns of really any of these storylines because none of them have been interesting enough for me to, actually spend my time week to week watching, other than Punk v Reigns, right? Which of course is on night 2. But kicking it off with night 1, the first match we've got on WrestleMania 42 night 1 is a 6-man tag between Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight. Again, immediately I'm assuming, I Show Speed's going to be in a WrestleMania match. They're going to have him win. But on the other breath, he may be like, okay, I'm a celebrity coming in. It doesn't make sense for me to win my first match. Again, a storyline I don't really care about. Whoever wins, it doesn't really matter. Because the Usos are just a tag team. The Usos are just a tag team. Logan Paul and Austin Theory are just a tag team. LA Knight is just a guy who's they're just using for a bit until they don't anymore. I Show Speed is a celebrity. So do you know what I mean? Whatever happens, it doesn't really matter. There's a part of me that wants to pick Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed because they've got I Show Speed in the team. But I could see them thinking that they're giving LA Knight a WrestleMania moment with this win. So maybe the Usos and LA Knight will win this match. That's going to be my prediction for this match. Then we've got Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. Again, if they let them cook, this match has got all the minerals of being a good match. The storyline feels a bit beat to death at this point. And honestly, I think both guys are probably expecting for a bit higher of a spot in the card. I think Drew McIntyre's definitely a guy who wants to be in and around the main event. He's far from that in this match against Jacob Fatu. And again, Jacob Fatu's a guy who's, been in and around the main event scene for a bit now and probably wants to be looking towards the top of the card instead of, being early on in the card against Drew McIntyre like he is in this unsanctioned match. Again, the winner of this should go on to feud for the Undisputed Championship, but do you know what I mean? It's a thing where the Undisputed belt is going to be between Cody and Randy, right? Whoever wins that match, if the winner of that has to feud with the winner of Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre, the winner of Cody v Randy is always going to be winning those matches. So that's what I'm saying. It almost doesn't matter who wins these matches because they've really not created an atmosphere in WWE where you feel like anything can happen or you even care if anything happens. Like when Cody won the belt back on a random SmackDown, that was a situation where you're like, well, anything can happen, but nobody cares because nobody cares about these characters. Whatever. I'll probably pick Jacob Fatu to win the unsanctioned match. The Women's World Championship, Stephanie Vaquer v Liv Morgan. Again, couldn't tell you the first thing about this storyline. I'm going to pick Steph to win this. Then you've got the Women's Intercontinental Championship match again with AJ Lee, who's the champion, against Becky Lynch. Again, the promos for this storyline have been absolutely awful. I've made videos about this rivalry and the fact that they're even still going with this is ridiculous. It's been dragging on for so long. The promos have been so awful, so cringy, just not even worthy to be on TV. And I don't know who's backstage telling these people, oh, well, you're doing a really good job. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like, I'm shocked how bad. Do you know what I mean? I'm shocked how bad these promos are, considering these are people who have been in the industry for years now and have got so much experience around them as well. To be delivering promos that are that cringe-inducing, that bad, like so, the sort of thing you see, like, I don't even want to watch this. Like, you just want to switch off the channel. You want to click off the YouTube video. These promos are so bad. But whatever. Again, it's the Women's Intercontinental Championship match, so really doesn't matter who wins this. I assume AJ will retain. Maybe Becky will win so that AJ can take a bit of a break. But again, who cares? And the exact same sentiment for this next match, the Women's Tag Team Championship match, which is Nia Jax and Lash Legend v Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss v Bayley and Lyra Valkyria and the Bella Twins. Again, all of these tag teams here, couldn't give a toss about any of them. Nia Jax and Lash Legend are the current champs. I don't mind them as champs. Could see them wanting to put the belt on Flair and Bliss, give them a quote-unquote WrestleMania moment, because they are the two biggest names in that match as well. They're bigger names than Nikki and Brie, bigger than Bayley and Lyra, and bigger than Nia and Lash. So for that thinking alone, Charlotte and Alexa I think they're going to win the Women's World Tag Team Championship. Then you've got, again, just match after match. I just don't care about any of these storylines. Seth Rollins v Gunther. Again, it's just been, the storyline's been, I mean, there really isn't even a storyline between Seth Rollins and Gunther, to be honest. Really, the story's between, like, Seth and Paul and The Vision, but The Vision are facing Usos and LA Knight. Paul Heyman, is Paul Heyman with Gunther now? Or is that what we're doing? I hope that's not what we're doing. I hope that's not what we're doing. But again, I don't watch WWE week to week because it's boring as all hell. Is this Seth Rollins' first match back since coming back? It might be. I don't think he's wrestled since he's returned. Should he win? He shouldn't beat Gunther. But again, these are both guys who I really couldn't care less about. Gunther, retires John Cena and AJ Styles in both really boring matches. Majority of his pay-per-view matches are pretty boring. Seth Rollins is a guy, when he's treated as one of the main guys in WWE, the product is at his absolute worst. And we've seen that with The Vision, where, he does this thing with The Vision and it's just awful. The team was awful. No reason to be a team. They're just a group of guys like beating people up. Like, okay, is that the only reason you guys are stable? In this case, yes, it was. Maybe Gunther will win. Maybe Seth Rollins will win. I'll probably pick Seth to win because it's his first match back. So yeah, and then on to the undisputed WWE Championship match, which is Cody Rhodes v Randy Orton. Again, another match that the build could have been so good, but they've rushed it. And I've got basically no interest in it at all. Again, really couldn't care who wins this one. I mean, this to me is by far the most interesting match on the card, and I still don't care about it. Or the most interesting match on night one, and I still don't care about it. Right? So Cody Rhodes, of course, won the belt back against Drew in a random steel cage match on SmackDown. Then Randy wins. What did Randy win? Did Randy win the Rumble or the Chamber? He won something to become the number one contender, whatever. And then he's going to face him at Mania. Super rushed because these guys have got history dating back 16, 17 years at this point. And they want to rush a WrestleMania build-up in a couple of months just to get this match over the line. Like, no, they could have done this so much better. And considering WWE feel addicted to these long-term storylines, this could have been one they could have done that could have had a huge payoff. But they didn't. They just sort of spunked it away at this WrestleMania, in my opinion. 15 years of build-up. This match could have been so much bigger, could have been so much better. You could have had so much more fan engagement, so much more interest, so much more commercial appeal for this match. But they fumbled it and they rushed it. So it's going to be Cody v Randy. I would be surprised if Cody retains. Because why? Why do this if Cody just retains? You may, if you're going to do this, you may as well have the title change. You may as well give Randy another title reign. Because he can carry the belt. We all know he can carry the belt. He's done it however many times in his career. 15 times? I don't know if it's that many, but he's done it, double-digit times. He's more than capable of carrying the World Championship. So, yeah, it'll probably be Randy Orton to win that. That's going to be my pick. So yeah, I mean, WrestleMania 42 Night 1's not looking good at all. Night 2's not looking too much better. I'll make a separate video about that. To go over it again, my predictions are, for the first match, the Usos and LA Knight to win. Then Drew McIntyre to win. Then Stephanie Vakir to beat Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. AJ Lee to retain her Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. And Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss to win their match and become the new Women's World Tag Team Champion. Seth Rollins to beat Gunther and Randy Orton to beat Cody Rhodes to become the new undisputed WWE Champion. I'd be super curious to know what you guys think of the comments below of WrestleMania 42 Night 1 predictions. How do you think these matches are going to go? Who do you think is going to win these matches? Let me know in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.